私が先陣を切り道を切オールイン、それともアウト。幸運なお客様、チップ回収です。ほら指揮官様欲望に溺れた彼らをご覧あれ。オールイン、それともアウト。幸運なお客様、ほら指揮官様欲望に溺れた彼らをご覧あれ。昼も夜もずっとあなたと共に進む。オールイン、それともアウト。幸運なお客様、チップ回収です。ほら指揮官様欲望に溺れた彼らをご覧あれ。オールイン、それともアウト。幸運なお客様、ほら指揮官様欲望に溺れた彼らをご覧あれ。逃がしません。静寂に帰無垢なる茨よ、すべての罪を清めたまえ。昼も夜もずっとあなたと共に進みます。オールイン、それともアウト。幸運なお客様、チップ共に霧を払いましょう。ほら指揮官様欲望に溺れた彼らをご覧あれ。幸運なお客様、ほら指揮官様欲望に溺れた彼らをご覧あれ。未練の受けるチャンスをあげましょう。無垢なる茨よ、すべての罪を清めたまえ。幼女粛清、長き夜この時に凝結します。無垢なる茨よ、すべての罪を清めたまえ。幼女静寂に帰最高。オールイン、それともアウト。昼も夜もずっとあなたと共に進む。
What's up, man? Hello. Hello, everyone who's lurking. Yeah, sometimes I just like to turn off the mic and just play and not, you know, try to entertain. Sometimes I just want the entertainment to be the gameplay. But yeah, I'm all right. How you guys doing? Felt like doing some silent film streaming, not talking. Yeah, I'm addicted to it. Playing it every day for hours. I don't really care if nobody wants to watch it. Seems like that video I put up didn't do well. Didn't even get a single comment, but that's fine. Longer time my worth to the algorithm. Don't do clickbait, so the algorithm doesn't like that, clearly. Algorithm wants you to blatantly lie to people. It doesn't want you to be, like, actually honest. So that's one of the reasons why my channel doesn't do well, but I can't stand that stuff, so it's gonna stay the way it is. Glad people support me when they can. Support clickbait-free content. No open-mouth thumbnails. Overly exaggerated reactions around here. Just gameplay. Gameplay and guides. That's it. Doesn't seem like they gave out too many keys for this. That's probably part of the reason. I can't pin it all on myself. Doesn't seem like too many people got keys. Yeah, thank you guys for supporting clickbait-free content, because it's not what makes money on here. It's why I'm always broke. Well, there's other reasons, but in terms of the channel, yeah, I don't do all the obnoxious clickbait and rage baiting and drama and stuff. I don't distance myself from that stuff. I run this channel like how a successful channel was run like 15 plus years ago, before all the clickbait stuff became prevalent. I just choose to run it that way, and I'm glad you guys appreciate it. And the channel makes no money at all, but I take solace in the fact I'm making something I would want to watch myself, so that definitely means something, at least. Good upgrades there. Used to be a lot less clickbait on here, and then people figured out they metagamed making videos, and then the algorithm just perpetuates the problem. Very hard to get the algorithm, at least for gaming stuff, to promote your content unless you're doing those things, you know, open mouth thumbnail and lying to people to get clicks and stuff. If you don't do those things, it is definitely an uphill battle. I'm glad the Absalom guide did well, because, you know, I worked like probably 70 hours on that in total. Yeah, there's been a lot of it with Crimson Desert. All the clickbait with that game has been so exhausting. It's just anything to get people to click on it. Just forget about honesty. It's starting to get really old, so I'm glad that I don't do that. But I can't fault people for doing it, because that's what the algorithm will promote. What's that site called? What's that guy's name? Saved You a Click FGC? Saved You a Click Video Games. He basically just did exactly that. He just summarized it in a tweet. Yeah, you don't need to read their article that's video that's wordy to the point to get the max ad revenue. Here's what it is. People like that are modern day heroes, that's for sure. I'd rather read a clickbait article made by a human than all the AI ones now. They can't even write to clickbait themselves anymore. That's when you know it's real bad. There's so many of those AI-generated articles. At least the clickbait people of ye old could actually write the article themselves. I guess that's a thing of the past now. I'm starting to get used to this boss fight. This boss doesn't spawn that much. I'm still kind of getting used to it. Got a bunch of junk for doing that. Still a good run though. Think I got any coins today? Oh, 1 coin. It's just a piece of trash in it. Well, extra SP. That's not bad. Yeah, so this build can handle max HP. I just scale their attack down a little bit because sometimes in this game you just get completely just moshed by hit stun. Sometimes this game, some of these boss fights are just like a mosh pit of ads, just keep spawning. The game feels a lot more fair if you knock their attack down, but yeah, once you get a good build and you make the right decisions, having them at full health is not too bad. Alright, so the build definitely works, because the only thing that I turned down a little bit was their attack. Everyone still would have cleared without it, though. That's what I was trying to test. Put up a video for that. Alright, let's go on Morbid Metal. And probably, well, I'm not gonna crash out, and I'm too subdued to crash out right now, but, Mr. Anthopants might make an appearance, in the very near future. I may or may not have made some more Anthopants clips, just for this purpose, so... If you want some entertainment, you better hope this run dies. So I made a bunch more clips this afternoon. Some new clips never before seen. I made how many did I make? I think I made like 6 clips. 5 or 6 clips. And this is exactly the kind of game that he needs to be summoned a lot more compared to Alloy Crush. Alloy Crush is much more better balanced than this game is. This game's balance is kind of a joke. Everything just kills you instantly. It's like the health bar is a myth. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and turn off the cooldown, because I do not like this game enough to play it without cheats. And pretty much everybody's saying the same thing, that the enemies do like way too much damage. The HP system means nothing.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
Alright. Let's see, what's the best thing to get here? Doesn't help the meta progression in this is a lot less interesting than Alloy Crush. It's mostly just stats. It's nothing really groundbreaking. The interesting thing is Anthopants is like, I'm not doing this to hate on him. I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of him. I mean, he knows full well that it's entertaining when he gets pissed off, because he makes his own rage compilations. But he's a really awesome guy, and a lot of those clips are from the first version of Streets 4, which was the jankiest, unbalanced version. Now, he wasn't really playing the game properly at the time. He learned how to play it over time, but a lot of that stuff really was not his fault. That game was immensely frustrating for different reasons than this. No, Anthopants is awesome. He's an awesome guy. It's not to dunk on him, I just think the clips are funny. And apparently he does too, because you can go on his channel and he's got literal rage compilations of himself, so... he's got his own rage compilations on his channel, and you can just go watch, so... Anthopants has been doing a lot more challenge runs lately. I think he's been trying to do X-Men with no devs, which is pretty nuts because that game is a lot worse than the beat-em-ups he normally plays. That's the epitome of a nostalgia game right there. The mechanics of the X-Men game are, like, not very good. It's mostly just it looks nice. It was awesome to play as a kid with your friends at parties and stuff, but gameplay-wise, you could do a lot better. I'm not even talking about, like, modern beat-em-ups. I'm talking about games from that era. There was a lot better you could do than that game. He's trying to no-death that right now. I'm like, I don't think that game deserves that much precision, if you ask me. The game is only okay. It's great casually. You know, you want to play with your friends or your kids or your partner, whatever, it's fine. But playing that game for sweat, nah, man. And there are a lot better beat-em-ups from that era to divert your sweat towards than that game. But that's what he's working on right now. Cadillacs is a perfect example of a better game around that time period than X-Men. Cadillacs is a way better game than X-Men. That's a much better game. That's like the kind of beat-em-up that you would like want to grind on and finish with like no miss or 1 CC. X-Men game is carried by everything but the gameplay. think some people think that when beat 'em up nerds criticize that game, they're criticizing it by, you know, modern standards. I'm like, no, that's not what it is at all. Obviously, like, Streets of Rage 4 and Absalom are way better than X-Men. We're talking about, like, actual games from that era, because Cadillacs was only like a year or two later. Final Fight was like 2 years prior. So, and those are much better games that you could have been playing at the same time. It's kind of like when DMC 2 came out, and, people didn't like that you shot guns and stuff and you barely did any melee combat. It's like, you know, I think people forget that Ratchet and Clank 2 came out that same year. So it's like, if you want to shoot guns, is there any reason to play DMC 2? I'm not even talking about, like, you know, obviously 3, 4, and 5 are way better. I'm like, you know, dude,
Hello again.
Ratchet and Clank Going Commando was the same year. Doing the same thing, but better. And I played both that year, so I know what I'm talking about. If I want to shoot guns, I'm not going to play DMC 2. And I definitely played Ratchet and Clank 2 way more than DMC 2.
All thanks to your input.
People, like, often don't think about what was available at the time those games came out, old games came out. A lot of times there really were just, like, straight up better options in every way. DMC 2 kind of went away from the melee focus, and the gunplay was not even good. The gunplay in Ratchet and Clank 2 the same year was way better, so what purpose does DMC 2 have at that point? Same thing, but better. Kind of like this game and Alloy Crush. You're kind of like trying to do the same thing with like roguelike, but with the focus on like melee combat. But like Alloy Crush is a lot better than this game in every way. I mean, unless you're like wanting more exploration, but I mean, like, that game has exploration too. The builds in Alloy Crush are a lot more interesting. The meta progression is better. The bosses are better balanced. You just might not look at it first glance, because it's, like, obviously way lower budget than this, but that game is a lot better than this. This has potential, but I don't know, right now, you have to choose between one or the other. I would choose Alloy Crush. Ratchet and Clank and DMC2 being out the same year is really funny. It's actually really funny to think about. That is a game where you only stand there and shoot, but it's doing it like 1,000 times better than DMC2, which is supposed to be like a melee combat game. Sure is nice how I just get hit by these gimmicks, these hazards, and I can barely fight the enemies. I've lost all my health from that instead of the enemies. This game is made by masochists who, like, have no idea what actually is fun. Usually in character action games, you avoid doing hazards because they make the game not fun. But in this, they kill you so quickly. Dante design was cool, yes, agreed. Dante design in that game was like the best he's ever looked. But I think they're scared to use it again because it's tied to a bad game. Yeah, he was awesome looking in that game. He didn't talk much. He's kind of a silent protagonist in that game for some reason. It's funny how, like, make such a big deal of him going down to hell again. Hell in 5. It's like, well, he's already been there and he came back. I think they just, like, stopped caring. I think they made the right choice. It's like nobody likes the game, and, you know, everybody that's, like, playing it for the first time, everybody just gets told to skip too. So I think they just stopped caring about the canon. But it is interesting for people that played 5 for the first time. I remember watching that ending, blind and everything. I didn't get spoiled. So I'm like, wait, he's already been to hell, like, before, and he came back, and it wasn't a big deal. And then the whole thing in 5 is like, oh, well, you can't come back to Earth, the human realm, easy. It's like, well, apparently he already did. You know, you would seem to be worried about it. He fights the despair embodied, and then he just gets on his bike and leaves. But then in 5, it's supposed to be like this huge deal, this point of no return thing. I guess at some point the writers are like, do we need to honor this as canon?
Challenge brings you closer to perfection.
Do we need to honor this as canon when nobody even likes the game? I think the answer is no. East narrative suffers from stuff like this. They're so worried about lore that was written like 40 years ago. Just like, does it really matter? Person who writes that probably doesn't even wrote that lore about him, you know, dying in his 60s in the North Pole. Like, they probably haven't worked there for like 30 years. I think the way that DMC5 handled it was pretty good in retrospect. Yeah, people that have been around from the beginning are going to notice that that's kind of a plot hole, making it such a big deal that he can't get out of there. Does it really matter? No.
The fruits of our efforts.
Alright, time for this run to die to the boss doing a Elden Ring attack where he like stands there and does nothing, and then he instantly does like this 1-frame instant attack that even Goku would get hit by in Ultra Instinct form, and all my health is going to go down, and then I'm going to play an Anthopants clip. So get ready for that because it's coming. I've been down this road before with this game. You just get like curb stomped so quick. And like, you know that the health bar is there to like allow you to make a mistake, right? Why can they just kill you so quickly?
Show me what you've learned.
This might as well just be like a Metal Slug type game where you just die in one hit. It already kind of is. There's no like hit stun or anything. No like iframes or anything in this game. It's frustrating for all the wrong reasons. Why would I want this super armor? That's what's so stupid! The super armor seems like it's a good thing, but then like, the other tier upgrades are, you get more damage if you get hit during it, but I'm like, dude, you die in 3 hits in this game. There's never a point when you want to take damage. I feel like if they cut like how much damage the enemies did by halves, the game would be a lot better. 'Cause it doesn't feel like being a glass cannon in this game even means anything, because you die so quick anyway. Okay. It's like some of the upgrades in this game are designed for like some version of the game where you don't get like 2-shot by everything. I don't understand like why it's in the game. It's like, okay, I take less damage when I'm in super armor, but everything kills you in 3 hits anyway. What's the point of getting more health? There is no point. You're just gonna get curb stomped the same way. I wonder how they're like going to address this problem in this game. It felt just like a flat damage reduction to how much the enemy attacks do would go a long way.
Our future lies ahead.
This game feels like you either get a busted build or you just die. Alright, Anthopants is ready. Time to get summoned, Anthopants. Shit boss fight.
Learn to be cruel. A rabid dog deserves more mercy than that! You stand on the ashes of the ones who came before you.
Would have taken like 10 times longer with the actually having the cooldown still on. Because at some point we realized, game designers decided that dumping cooldowns and then mashing the attack button for 10 seconds is engaging
We're still
gameplay.
so far
I don't know
from
when
ready.
exactly this happened,
Will
but
we make it in time?
there was a time when that just started to be how every game was. There's like no reason for there to be cooldowns because you only have like 2 moves. Developers really need to play like Pirate Warriors 4. That game's got its fair share of problems, but the way that the cooldowns work in that game is way better than this. It's like you still have a moveset, and the cooldowns are like from actually attacking, so it prevents, you know, Muso Ostrich strategy of just standing around and waiting until you can dump your cooldowns. I hope that they'll budge on it.
Skill beyond human comprehension. This is it.
Which is weird because the characters do have like 6 moves they can choose from, but you can only pick 2. It's like, well, why? Why can't I just use all of them? Oh great, I touched the goop for like 2 seconds and lost 7 HP. Great. Oh good, there was a heal there. Rare footage of a heal in this game.
Crush them. This is what you are meant to do.
Next month you have funds, you're gonna get Super Alloy. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. I would guess for you. I don't know if they have regional pricing. You might want to check. It might be like 8 euros or something. I don't know if they have regional pricing for it or not, but yeah, it should be like under 10 euros, I would think.
Continue. Do me proud.
guys are just waiting for the Anthopants clip, aren't you? You're just waiting for that. That's why you're still watching. I'm not gonna crash out over this because I know how unbalanced this game is, but Anthopants will do it for me. If I make it to the boss, there'll be a guaranteed
Show them their
Anthopants
voice.
appearance. I have a hard time crashing out over stuff I know that's busted. Like, it's not my personal ability. It's like the game is poorly balanced. So... I did promise I had like 5 more clips of him. So I gotta show at least some of them tonight. Let's see here. Take a lot of attrition damage in this game. The way I just came. It's extremely hard to tell where to go in this game. Also, sometimes it just feels like it's big for no reason. It's just big for the sake of being big. The environments are really nice to look at, but honestly, I would much rather have it so it's just better paced. It feels like it takes too long to get to the next fight, and then like a lot of times there's not even anything in these rooms. They don't serve a purpose. And then also like getting hit by hazards in this game is incredibly punishing for whatever reason. I don't know why. Characters die extremely quickly in this game as it is. I don't know why. Hazards can sometimes be more threatening.
It's been a while, hasn't it? I was wondering when I'd see you again. Be on your way, but don't be a stranger.
Thought the game was gonna crash. I thought the game was about to crash. My computer fan went on. I thought it was gonna crash. Apparently this game could just crash. And it doesn't save your run, so you just lose everything. I thought that that was about to happen. Anthopants was about to come out for sure. I don't know how we still make roguelikes where the game doesn't save. Like, it's one of the easiest ways to take crashing from something that should really piss you off to just being like minor annoyance. I'm surprised that in the hotfix they did not patch that in. That is definitely warranted. Like that game I played, Critadel, where like there was a 50 coin flip if the game would not crash after you got halfway through, and it had no quick save, so you just lost everything. It made that game unplayable. Yes, I want super armor, so I don't get staggered, but it doesn't matter if I get staggered or not because it takes off, like, half my health. What a great upgrade. It's, like, made for a different game. Some other game where you can't get, like, can't get killed so quickly.
Let me witness this spectacle. Every fight is a step in your ascent.
Wish this game was just like this by default. No cooldowns. It's actually quite fun without the cooldowns.
I bet your circuits could use an item.
Why isn't it just like this by default? Really should be. Let me have fun. Don't gatekeep my fun. This game is a masterclass in gatekeeping fun. There's like no reason for the cooldowns to even exist.
Keep going. You'll go far yet.
Hopefully they'll get it to the point where your character can actually do something without cooldowns. Like Pirate Warriors 4, I think, would be a good baseline. You know, you still have a moveset, but then, like, you build meter, and you can use the moves that way. Would definitely be a big upgrade.
Begin. Break the regime of stagnation. Do not bow to it.
Okay, one hit and I'm dead. What's wrong with this game, man? Nice. 3 phases, by the way. You can get hit like twice. Bravo. Great game design. Alright, Antho, it's time to come out. Unwarranted. He can crash out for me.
What happened to my grenade? Stop! Good grief! This game sucks! You gave knife guys like they're just god mode in this game. Complete nonsense, man! Why are they so stinking good? You
Yeah,
stupid
exactly.
idiots! Jank! Jank!
Yep. Morbid Metal is jank. You're right, Antho. Speaking from the future.
Grab the turkey! Grab it! I'm not taking the blame for that one, man. I'm not taking the blame. There's no way that's my fault, dude. There's no way I should not be able to grab turkey there. Nonsense. There's just no stinking way. Get the stinking guy! Stink this game, dude. I hate this game. It's not my fault. The game sucks. They did a suck job on it. They made a sucky game.
Like, all this just applies to Morbid Metal. These clips are from like 6 years ago. I'll apply to Morbid Metal. He's a prophet.
I missed them. Oh! Majorly sucked. Gosh dang it. Oh no, tell me I didn't lose the turkey. No! Oh, this game sucks! That sucks, man! Come on! I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright, now I know. Now I know. This game robs you. Okay.
Alright, maybe something in here will help. Increased damage against bosses. Yeah, they have like 3 phases for some reason, so maybe that's the way to go. Yep, Anthopants, he preaches to the choir this game. Everybody is 1,000 times more durable than you are. Alright, let's see if any of this will tip the scales. I'll take that. This game is definitely a lot better with the cooldowns removed. That's why cooldowns are not a fun system, especially when they're literally the only thing that your character can do. I think media literacy with action game devs is sometimes put in question. Because, like, Pirate Warriors 4 has, like, a very similar system to this, but it's way better because Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, I really liked how the cooldowns worked in that game, because it's basically fighting game meter instead of just a raw cooldown. So you had to stay aggressive. You had to stay aggressive. No, you know, running away like an ostrich and waiting. I thought that was a really good way of doing it. It's just that would not work in this game either, because you take, like, way too much damage from just, like, minor jabs and stuff. So, that would be an improvement. But overall, the moveset just needs to be
I
bigger.
only test you, so you will learn. Don't look back.
Oh yeah, you're a mod now, by the way, because you've helped me out quite a bit. You're a mod now. There's not really much to mod in here. People tend to act like adults,
I
but
refuse to coddle you.
sometimes there's bots that come in here. Wonder if any of these help. Yeah, sure, I'll try it. There's nothing left after that boss, by the way. You beat that boss, the game ends. It's just, I don't know, like, how much longer they want this game to be. Yeah, I need European mods. Not because of where they're from, but more that there's a mod in here at ass o'clock, because it's 1 a.m. for me right now. Most of my mods are Americans, so there's no mods in here. So I need a European mod.
I knew you were special.
I tend to stream at ass o'clock, usually after I'm done with the cats and stuff, so that helps your case. It is not ass o'clock for you, but for majority of my viewers are from America, so they're not around this time. Some people call these Europe-friendly streams. Sometimes partnered streamers will get a lot of people from Europe, but they're in America, so if they stream at this time, you know, like, most of the Americans are not going to be watching.
Every challenge brings you closer to perfection.
Most of the Americans are not going to be watching, but the Europeans will be. Yeah, there's a lot less Americans in here at this time because I'm streaming at like 1 a.m. There's way less Americans in here at this time. If I stream in the morning, there'll be more Americans. This time it's usually people from... There's a couple of people in here from Indonesia and Malaysia, like Southeast Asia, that are in here. There was Nishant. I haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's okay. He's from India, so he was usually in here around this time. The Americans are sleeping. This is probably going to be the last run for tonight. Might play another game after this or just stop altogether. I haven't decided yet.
Hello again. Careful reprieve. I might have just what you need. Be on your way. But don't.
Increases the regular attack speed. Yeah, but the regular attacks feel like shit to use. And there's no movesets. It's just like a basic string. I don't really want that. Normally I'm a big fan of attack speed. In this game, it just doesn't seem to do much.
Trust this is necessary. You will thank me for it. Do me proud.
Okay, where am I going to land? If I get out of this menu and I fall and lose like 20 HP and kill the run, then I'm going to summon Antho. Oh, alright, alright. Antho's been, he's been staved away for a while. He's back, in his cell. I was gonna say, if that Blink Strike, that backstab made me, go out and fall, I definitely would have played one of those clips. You take way too much damage for, like, failing one of those platforming challenges in this game. Oh, great, the lasers here. Fun.
Greatness in you.
I think I'll do an Alloy Crush run after this.
Show me what you've learned.
Whatever happens with this run is the last Morbid Metal run for the night. I think I'll do an Alloy Crush run after this. Wash off the jank.
Will you be the one, I wonder?
Cop this first. I don't have enough cash. Well, health is better anyway.
Come.
I'm gonna fight this jank-ass boss.
Lies ahead.
It's the master of the Elden Ring. Wait for 10 seconds and then do like a 1-frame attack that's unreactable. The FromSoft classic. Gotta power up like Goku to like do a punch, but then the punch comes out faster than Goku would ever attack. One of the latest things to plague action
Learn
games is
to
that
be
shit.
cruel.
Kaioken power up, do like a basic punch. Yeah, you don't deserve any mercy. You don't deserve any mercy. Yep. Just eat it. Playing with no cooldowns anyway. What the hell does it matter? 3 phases for some reason. I don't know why every boss has to have 3
A rabid
phases.
dog deserves more mercy than them.
Yeah, you're gonna kill me in 2 hits. As far as I'm concerned, the limiters are offs. It's like Indalesio from Star Ocean. Limiters are offs. I don't give 2 shits. A chunk of damage. Yeah, bitch. No Elden Ring punches for you, buddy.
They are beneath you.
You'd still kill me.
You stand on the ashes of the ones who came before you. Remember that.
Alright, countdown to Anthopants is about 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the
We're
most,
still so far
until
from ready.
Anthopants descends upon the stream.
Will we make it in time?
'Cause I can die to bullshit at any time, especially the boss. When's that next direct? I need to know about DMC5 Switch 2. Gonna add, like, tagging and, Lady and Trish to that shit. I would buy that frame 1 if that was the case. Then they're probably not gonna put that on PC, will they?
Do me
They already
proud.
shafted us with Special Edition as it is. We didn't get anything from that. Half the time I can't tell where I'm going in this game. It's not, like, obvious where to go. Alright, this was the right way. This is where the gong is. Let's see if I can make it to the boss again. Maybe I have enough damage to just burst it down. Seems like that's the only way that people are beating the bosses in this game, is just by getting a busted build. They're not very good bosses. Give it a shot. Nice, I took off like half my health. Very fair. Stray projectile.
Good. Continue.
Well, this run's already in jeopardy because I've got like 2 hits of health left. Half health in this game is like critical, basically, how this game works. You'd think 70 out of 140 would mean like you take like a couple hits. No, it's like 1 or 2. Maybe 3 tops if the game is feeling generous. I've already lost all attachment to this run. It's like I'd hit by 1 stray projectile. That's how punishing this game is for no reason.
Every fight is a step in your ascent.
Get back up there, you doofus. Thank you. He's gonna fall in the Kool-Aid there and probably just end the run outright. He's about to take a Kool-Aid bath. I actually would have been legitimately pissed if that happened. If he got stuck, he got jankified and wouldn't get back up. That definitely would have pissed me off. Got like 1 hit left that I can take and the run is just over. So get ready for Anthopants. Might want to turn your volume down. He's going to be descending very soon. It's like the One Punch Man game where they tell you when Saitama's going to come down. When Saitama's going to arrive. Yeah, that's... Got that, but with Anthopants. I have like 1 more source of damage I can take, and the run is just over. So, get ready.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, wait. Shop is here. Maybe he's gonna get delayed a little bit. Spend all my money on heals and still die in 3 hits anyway, because the health bar doesn't matter. The health bar is just a suggestion. Upgrade the Corpora. Alright, let's
Keep
try
going. You'll go far.
to see this run to the end. Get jankified by something inevitably.
Let me witness this spectacle. This is only your beginning.
Yeah, but I'm cheating, dude. I'm cheating. I'm using cooldown. Using no cooldowns. Because the game is more fun when I don't have to stand there and spam basic attacks that don't even feel good to use before I can actually attack again. So, yeah. I need to check my, my computer. Look, I've got Cheat Engine open. I'm not properly following his test here. Very blatantly cheating. I don't give a shit, man. Give me more than 2 moves per character and no cooldown. I wouldn't have that on, but the game feels so much better with it on. I don't see any reason to turn it off. Especially because this was funded from my kitty sitting job. There were no donations or any kind of compensation given to play this. It's my own hard-earned money. I can do whatever the hell I want with it. I don't even really feel like making an overview for this game. Probably just post like, hey, this game is a lot better without the cooldowns. Then probably get a bunch of weirdos saying I'm not playing the game properly. I'm like, well, it should play like this. I think the cooldown mod is actually pretty cool because it doesn't make the supers unlimited. It's just your basic moves. If it made it so you could just spam the supers, I probably wouldn't run it, but I'm cool with it. I still have to earn the supers. I can't just spam them non-stop. That's fine, as far as I'm concerned. Well, that would definitely make it a little bit too boring. The spam iframes non-stop. Okay, this game, like, needs a map to tell me where to go. The areas are too big, and there's, like, nothing in them most of the time. Here we go. Oh, wait, it's just this area again. Where the hell does it want me to go? I don't know why they decided to make these beautiful rooms and then have nothing in them. And you spend more time running through them than fighting anything. Weird decision. There's nothing in these rooms, man. I just want to fight again and get to the boss. I don't want to explore. There's nothing to even explore. It's just blank rooms of nothing. Stop with level design like this. Just like barely doing anything. It's just padding. Should definitely just like cut out a lot of these rooms and just have combat encounters in them. Alright, is this where I wants me to go? Alright, cool. Back on track. I don't know where the heck to go.
I expected nothing less.
Room took like 10 seconds, getting here took like 10 minutes. And then there's nothing even in here. Oh, alright, there's a shop. Never mind. Alright. You get another shot at the boss now. Just gonna spam that backstab. See if that maybe I can
circuits could use an item.
clutch out a win. Go for Corporas.
Do you have dreams for the future, I wonder?
Are you well prepared?
What's going on? Did it crash? What just happened?
Have you met your
I
match?
didn't even hit the gong! What's wrong with this game? I thought I was gonna crash. I was having to think there for a second. Just confused. What the heck was that?
Stasis is death. To struggle is to be reborn.
There we go. First clear with cheats on. What a What a great achievement.
Your own
The
kin,
game, like, almost
once
crashed.
pinnacle of my creation.
It's like having a really
they were
hard
nothing
time
but
loading for
false
some
hope.
reason. What the heck was
You
that?
are vicious, victorious future.
Yeah, this game is a lot more fun with no cooldowns.
Skill beyond
No,
human
Antho has been,
comprehension. This
he's
is
off for
it.
the night. I cleared. I had such insane backstab damage that the boss barely got to move. Which is how it should be.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
Well, got a clear tonight, granted with cheats, but this game is no fun with the cooldown, so I don't give two shits. I could not care less. Yeah, if it crashed, I actually would have been legitimately pissed off. It's hard to get too mad at early access roguelikes, because there's just, like, not really a whole lot to do in the game anyway, so... Eventually it just gets to the point where, you know, dying or losing stuff doesn't mean anything. That's all that there is to the game right now, is just those two bosses, so... All it really is at this point is just grinding the meta currency, which I might actually do, because turning off the cooldowns is actually making me enjoy the game. But hopefully they'll get the game to the point where I don't feel like I need to do that to have fun. Let's see, what's the best upgrade here? Feels like just going for this is the best. So if I do another run, I'm gonna get like 100. Yeah, this game's okay. It's alright. But I think Alloy Crush is a better purchase right now. Well, there we go. Got a clear. I think the roadmap's supposed to be like today or tomorrow. I wonder what it is that they're going to add. I sure hope that they're not, like, dead set on the combat staying that way, because it really is very limiting. And anybody who says it's like DMC either has never played a DMC game, or they played it and they, like, never once did an air combo or did anything other than Stinger, because it is not like DMC. Even, like, with how the juggles work, they don't work like DMC. And in DMC, you have more moves when you first start playing the game than you do in that, in Morbid Metal. I don't know where people got that comparison from. It is not a character action game. It's kind of just an action roguelike. You know, the character action game, you expect, like, not have to switch characters to do, like, a Helmbreaker or a Launcher. I hope they'll get it to that point. I mean, it seems like it sold pretty well, so it's really just a matter of, if they listen to people and how. But from my experience being in early access for so many roguelikes, it's not really a given that they'll listen. It's not a given that they'll listen at all. They might not budge on, you know, 2 moves per character in a super. Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight, folks. I think I'm pretty satisfied there. I did like 2 streams today, so I'm gonna call it there. Probably do some more of both of those games later. And then my other gazer dailies if I don't do them before I go to bed. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So I'll see you guys later for more Alloy Crush and Morbid Metal. Good night, everybody. See you next time.